There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to sit and wait and see who shows up here. I was on my other page, but nobody was showing up. And people could not find the other page. So, let's see. Maybe we can get some people on here. Let's see. I'm just trying to get some people to show up here. Hold on one second. People that might want to watch. Hi, I see there's 3 of you out there, but I can't see who it is right at the moment. Give me 1 second. All right. Hi. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Auntie. Hi. Hi, Tina. Okay, so I was on my other page, and I was waiting for people to show up, but nobody was showing up. Some people said they couldn't find the page. It is Debbie's Dreamy Dolls, and that is my page. Hi, Eileen. So anyways, I was on there because I was working on the dolls, and I've gotten like almost everything done. I have 2 more limbs to do, and I'm going to cover her little, she's anatomically correct, her belly plate. And, oh, hi Jody. I don't know if you knew, I make reborn dolls now. But the 2 kits I'm working on is this one. She's the reborn Ellery. She is a preemie baby. She's an Asian baby. She's very small. And the other one is, this one's going to be a bigger baby. She's about 21 inches, and she is the Hazel kit. So these are what I'm working on right now, and I actually, hi. I actually got everything painted except for 2 arms and a belly plate. So you can watch me do that anyways. I have Hazel's arms to do. I already did Ellery's limbs completely. To show you how little she is, this is one of her little legs. She's tiny. She's very cute though. The detail on her is really good. Her little, if I can get it off of here, her little hand is very, very detailed. Very, very cute. And these will both be up for sale. I was saying on my other video, on the other page, I was unable to work on these for a while because of my wrist. It has been really bothering me. Trying to do the best that I can. So, okay. So these are there too, and I was trying to show everybody how I do it because some people wonder how I do it. How do you do the paints? I do air dye paints. I do not do Genesis heat set paints. I have my reasons, but so I paint it on with a brush, and then after it's on with the brush, I have to, they call pouncing with the sponge, which takes off the excess paint. If you want to see the video that I have up on the other page, it's up there. It's not going to be live anymore, but it is up there, and I was hoping that I was going to get more watchers on there, but unfortunately that didn't happen because people could not find the page. So for future reference, if I'm going to do a live on that page, I'll come on here and I will put a message out saying that I'll be going live to keep a watch out. Hey Mark. And then that way you can know to watch for it. And I'm not going to be doing these that often. I usually don't do these that often. I only do them every now and again. It's been probably over a year since I've done them. I only do them because sometimes people are, like I said, they're curious as to how I do it. They see the dolls and then they wonder how I do it or if I'm doing it. So now this answers your question. I do make the dolls and this is how I do it. So if you're out there, say hello. Let me know you're here. It's only showing that I have one person watching right now, so who is it? I know I sent invites out to a few people, and I'm waiting to see them in here. Okay. Hello, Crystal. So yeah, as you see, I'm just using the paintbrush to take excess paint out of crevices so it doesn't build up. And this is only my second layer. I do have many more to go. How are you doing, Crystal? Long time no see. I'm doing good. Still doing my nanny work and making the dolls on the side. How are things with you? Anyone who is interested, by the way, in purchasing a doll, you need to contact me and I will let you know my price range for certain kits. It does vary depending on the kit. Kits can range anywhere from $30 to almost $200. That's for the unpainted kit. So the cost of the doll is going to depend. That's what it all depends on, is the cost of the kit. My time, my effort, my supplies. That's just the way it works with, hi Maddie, hi Eileen, just with things that I have to do. Like I said, it's my time and my effort and what I put into these dolls. Actually, one of the people who's out here right now, Eileen, she knows because she just purchased a doll off of me. She actually purchased the 3-month awake, or 3-month asleep Joseph, and she's going to be getting the 3-month awake soon. I do have pictures of him and other dolls that I've made on that other page of mine. And again, that is Debbie's Dreamy Dolls. There are videos, there are pictures. I also have a YouTube page, or YouTube subscription, which I have a lot of information about my babies and stuff on there as well. So you can go check that out. I have posted pictures up here, but I'm trying to keep this separate from my regular page. But I did this video because I was on my other page and nobody was showing up. People couldn't find the page. So I decided to come on here just to let you guys know. The name of it is Debbie's Dreamy Dolls. And if you want to go try to find it, let me know that you found it, and you will be able to see the live video that I did. Thank you, Eileen. I appreciate that. He was my first Joseph to ever do, actually. I've never did him before, and I was really pleased with the way he came out. And I look forward to doing the other one, the Joseph Awake, and they're going to be twins. So sometimes people do that. They get the awake and the asleep and make them twins, which I think is going to be really, really cute. He was fun to do. He's a bigger, but he's definitely a big baby. He was reborns. If you don't know what reborns are, they are actually taken from a scan of a live baby, and then they do a computer scan, and from that they actually make a doll. And that Joseph was actually a real baby, and he is 3 months old. I say supposedly because he's huge, but he actually wears a 6 to 9 month old clothing size, which I'm sure Eileen could tell you about that. There's no way that that doll is going to fit into 3-month clothing comfortably. He's definitely a big boy. So when I made him, I always go out and buy clothes to send home with the doll and put on the doll in the box. And I had to make sure that all of his clothing was like 3 to 6 month or 6 to 9 month, because he's big. That's the only way I can explain it. Most of the dolls that I do are newborn size. Ellery is actually going to be my first real preemie size doll. And then after her, I'm doing another one. And I cannot remember 6 to 9 and 12. Yeah. See, he's a big boy, Eileen. So when I do the next one, I already got a little outfit for him, Eileen. I think you said what were you going to name him? Marley? I actually have one little outfit that I picked out for him and a really cute hat. I think I showed it to you already. The black and white outfit with the little lion hat. So he's gonna be a cute one. I do have a doll that I'm really trying to sell. I actually bought the kit to sell her, and I've got her pictures up on that page. I wish I could sell her, and she's really cheap. I'm selling her for $170, and that's like with the shipping. So I'm trying to get rid of her, and then I'm gonna have these two and 4 more kits that I have to sell as well. So I'm really hoping this works. My Poshmark it goes up and down. If anyone who deals with that should know that Poshmark it's not something that's steadily selling. It's always comes in waves. It's like when I won't sell anything for a month, and then all of a sudden I'll sell 3 to 4 things, and then again it'll happen again. So right now it's at a standstill. Nothing is selling. Hi Amanda. It depends on the kit. It depends on what the cost of the kit is, what kit you want. You would have to actually find a kit and then tell me what you want. Are you talking about the ones I'm doing now, or are you talking about in general? Okay. Yeah, I just need to know what kits dolls you're talking about. The dolls that I'm actually working on, or do you have a particular doll that you have in mind? Because I have to know that. That's kind of important for pricing. Now Eileen's doll, because he was so big, he cost more because he took more product. He took more polyfill. He took more weight in him, which, I mean, and he wasn't even really as heavy as he could have been, but he would have been too heavy if I put any more in him. But, anyone who buys a baby off of me and you want to add weight or anything like that, all you have to do is ask me how to do it, and I can guide you through doing it. It's really not that hard. It's just a matter of having the confidence that you can do it. That's all it is. How do I go about what? Can you redo that, Amanda? Because I don't know what... Oh, are you talking about veining them? Is that what you're talking about? If that's what you're talking about, veining is done with a bluish color paint, and you use a very small brush, and then you do the veining, and The veining is actually going to be one of the next steps. You do 2 layers of the flesh color, and then you do your veining and your mottling, and you do things in layers. You have to do layers because then it looks more realistic. The veining and the mottling and the blushing and all the color is going to look like it's like under the skin, so it looks more realistic. So you have to do it after you do these first 2 layers. You take let me see if I can show you. Okay, I'm gonna try to show you. That's a very small brush. You take a very small brush and then you dip it in your veining color, and you're going to go to where you're going to have the veining, and you're going to just brush it on, and then take a sponge and pounce it over it so that it's not too dark. And I do some veining on the feet, on the bottom of the feet as well. I don't overdo the veining. I just do it ever so slightly. I do the same thing on the hands. I'll do veining on the top of the hands, and I'll do it on the wrist. And then I always do some veining on, wait a minute, on the top of the head. But then after I'm done veining, then I do my next layers. You don't redo veining, you only do it once. Hey Christy, how are you? But yeah, as far as the veining goes, it's just it's your blue color, your veining color, and then it is pouncing, and then you do your layers. It's layers, layers, layers. That's what this is all about. That's what makes them look realistic. If you have not seen any of the dolls I have done, you need to go to my page and check them out. I have pictures of them there. I actually have pictures of them on this profile. You just have to go look at my pictures and you'll see them. People are coming and going, I see. Okay, so this is the last part I have to do. This is for Ellery. Whoopsie. Okay, so I cover this up because she's anatomically correct. Some people are offended, some people are not. Personally, me, I think it's really silly because it's a doll, but either way, this is her little belly plate. And this is the last part that I have to actually do before I have to let them dry, which I'm going to let them dry probably for a day or 2, depending. I work tomorrow, and then I am supposed to be off for 2 days because I'm pulling some long days this week. So, my anniversary is actually going to be coming up on this next Saturday, and I'll be off on Saturday, but then I'm working on Sunday because my employer has something she has to do. So, when I have days off, I'll be doing this again. So probably if I still have Tuesday and Wednesday, which is what we had arranged, I'll have 2 full days to be able to get these done. I may be able to actually get them completed in those 2 days. I would like to, so that I can get the varnish on and they can be cured and ready. And then I will do their magnets, and if anybody wants to see how I do magnets, make sure you stay tuned so that you can see that, because some people don't know how to do it and would like to know how to do it. I can show you how to do pacifiers, I can show you how to do the magnets in the head, I can show you how to do anything. Just let me know that you want to know that, and then I can make sure that I do a video about it. I have a video up on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, that does show how I do the pacifiers. I have not done any on making bottles as of yet. Normally I don't send home already made bottles only because of it's risky putting a bottle filled with a liquid in with your reborn kit. And if you don't know that, then I don't know what to say. If you put it in there, if not, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if that bottle were to break open, that does have. When I make my kit, my dolls bottles, I use water, distilled water, and white acrylic paint. And if you want to add a little bit, just a little bit of yellow to make it look more like formula, you can do that. And then you shake it up really good. So if that bottle were to break open inside of the box, you would end up with a mess all over your doll, which would not be good. So, okay, so the kits are done with their 2 layers. Now they have to sit. So I won't be doing any more painting for today. Rinsing the brushes off, that is a must. I was letting people know earlier, just in case somebody wants to know, cosmetic wedges, $128, Dollar Tree. That's where you go. You cannot use the ones that have vitamin E because it's not good for the kit. It might interfere with the adhering of the paint to the kit. Hi, Nicole. So don't use those. Dollar Trees do not have vitamin E, and they're cheap. So, all right, what's all? I was talking to my aunt. Yeah, I'm going to be going on a trip very soon, in just a matter of a few months. I'm going up to see my family, who I have not seen in too long. It's been since 2016 when I was up there. So I actually am sending out my passport application to renew my passport. And hi, Julie. And then I'm going to be getting my plane ticket, and I am going for a week, and then I'll be back. I would go for longer, but I can't because my boss kind of needs me to help her with the boys. So, but I'm excited too. I can't wait. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I really would like to. I wanted to try to bring a baby with me, but I've never brought a doll on a plane before, so I don't know how to do it. So I was gonna bring my one that I made that I'm like really proud of, my Levi kit, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, you tell my boss that. That's a long time. That was funny. If I could, I would. But, so anyways, if anyone wants to know anything in particular that you want to see a video about, let me know. Like I said, pricing, I don't discuss on here. You need to contact me on private messaging. Then I can go over that with you. The 2 that are here are higher end kits. Their kits cost over $100 just alone without being completed, just to let you know. So they are going to be a higher cost doll. I will not sell these kits when they're completed for under $300. My normal kits that I do, like my Bountiful baby kits, I usually sell for $220, including shipping. These ones would be for three or up, plus shipping. Unless you live in my area, which then of course you wouldn't have to have shipping, but thank you for that. My skills have improved. My aunt is on right now. She was buying from me when I was first starting, but since then I have definitely improved on my skills as far as how I do them. So the more I do, the better I get. I keep picking up different techniques of how I do things. Now I've started doing with the creasing and stuff. I started doing I'm not even going to tell you because it's my secret, but I started doing something different that I really like the way it's coming out. So that's what I'm going to keep doing on all these dolls. My color mixtures are coming out better. Everything's just working out really good. I'm really, really happy with how they're coming out. So hi Tammy, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I was going to ask you to come over and watch me do this, but I couldn't get a hold of you. She's a friend of mine that I met off of a group, a local Florida reborning group, and we ended up meeting up and we ended up becoming friends. So she actually lives like, maybe 10 minutes, if that, away from me. So, but, yeah, I would be more than happy to do videos on anything that people would like to see as far as this reborning goes. Pacifiers, putting magnets in the doll's head, anything that you want. Eyelashes. That's another thing people might want to see. And anyone who's local, I really need to start looking on these local groups. I need to find somebody who would be willing to do rooting for me for not a big, huge amount, but I cannot do it anymore. So, all right, come on over. So, this arthritis has affected my ability to be able to, there's no way I could root ahead. My wrist just hurts too bad. I can only do so much, which is basically the lashes. So my babies normally will come bald. I like my babies bald because I like to keep hats on them. When you have the hair, the hats don't sit right. So personal preference. But there are people out there who will root and they won't charge a lot of money. I see another one. Hi, Debbie. How are you? But yeah, so these two.
Wow.
Hazel. She's adorable. She's one of the high-end kits. And then I'm just doing this again in case there's someone out here that didn't see. And Ellery. Ellery is an Asian baby. And then I'm doing some more, and if you want to see them, I can show them to you, but they're not painted yet. So give me 1 second, and I can show you actually all of the kits that I'm doing. I actually bought outfits for each and every one of these dolls that I'm painting, so that when they are ready to go home, they actually have everything there. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to show you. We have Ellery and, okay. This little girl, I think it's a girl. This one is a limited edition number 74 out of 250. And this one, I have the kit for this little one. And I think this is the one that's actually in my hand. Yeah, it is. These are all full limb babies. This is the little face. This is an eyes open. Hi, Betty. So this is one of the limited edition kits. And then these are from Trueborn. I don't know if anyone has heard of them before. Trueborn, and it's backwards. Trueborn is another site where you can buy kits, but they're high-end kits. And then I have another Ellery, and then I have this little one that doesn't have a name of the kit, and I'm trying to find out. I actually contacted the company, and it is a limited edition, but this is all they sent me with it. It says the Elegance. Now, I was looking, it's another small kit. It's hard to see. It's another small kit. The arms and everything are very petite, as you can see. Very small. I'm thinking, And it has a little non-gender belly plate. I'm thinking that this doll is either, it might be a fairy, possibly, or it could be, because just the name, the Elegance, kind of sounds like a fairy name. And then if you look at it, the facial features almost look kind of fairy-like. So it could be a little fairy. But those are the other kits that I have. And then I have another one of that little Asian baby, Ellery. So I have, after these two, I have 3 more to do. And then, sorry. And then, out, get out. And then, my dog is hearing me making noise and thinking someone's at the door. Yes, Betty, it's very small. It's going to be it's going to be the same size body as this one, the little Ellery kit. She is, when I looked at the body, it said to use a body 15 to 17 inch size body. So she's going to be anywhere between 15 and 17 inches, premature. Same with that other kit. It takes the same body, and it's going to be another small kit like that. I've done everything from this size up to, what's the biggest one I did? The one I did for my aunt, which is still sitting here because I haven't gotten to send it out. It's the wand kit from Bountiful Baby, and that was an 18-month-old size baby. That's the biggest I've done. I really want a toddler doll for myself, but maybe someday I'll get one. I just haven't really found one that I like. But maybe. We'll see. Someday. Yeah, your crazy one. Yeah, we had fun with that one, let me tell you. Hair and everything else. That is definitely that's a big doll. Big doll. I thought that the 3-month-old Joseph was big, but Juan is even bigger. And plus, I was trying to come up with, this was when now mind you, this is when I first started doing dolls. And I had no idea how to do a biracial. Yeah, he does. He's got a fro going on. But he was my first time doing a biracial doll. And now, granted, his skin color came out really good, but it took me 3 tries of painting this doll to get the color right, because I was brand new to reborning, and I had no clue as to what I was doing as far as that goes. But it all worked out. I didn't give up, because a good artist never gives up. My aunt is an artist, and she'll probably tell you the same thing. Never give up. Keep trying. This art that I do with making the dolls, if you asked me 5 years ago, would I ever make a reborn doll, I probably would have looked at you and said, you're crazy, because I don't think I would have ever, I just never would have wanted to try to do it, because I would have doubted myself. But after spending money on dolls from other artists, I just decided, you know what? I kept going on the reborning sites, and I kept seeing the kits and the pricing, and I decided that I was going to try doing it myself. So I bought a cheap kit. It was actually the Realborn Dominic, which I actually sold to somebody that I talked to now. But I did that kit, and it actually came out looking really cute. Yeah, the AA babies are difficult. Now, Betty, are you using pre-mixed colors, or are you making the color yourself? Because as I was saying in my other video on my other page that nobody could find, I don't use Genesis heat set paints. I use the acrylic, and I mix my own colors. This flesh color that I use, which you can't tell because it's in a purple bottle, this is made out of colors that I mix myself. I take colors that look very, very close to my own skin tone. That's how I get them. And then I mix in a little bit of a darker color if I want it darker. If I want it lighter, I mix a lighter color. And then I will mix a coral, like a pink coral color, and there's another pink. And then I have to come up with them myself. No two kits is ever going to come out looking the same if you mix your own colors. Okay, Betty, so you're mixing your own. Yeah, that's what I did. And it was really hard to get the color exactly right. It was too dark, too light, not too blotchy. Then, you know, but you just keep trying, and if worst case scenario, you take the paint off and do it again. I did that 3 times, and then it finally came out the way I liked it. Do you use air dry or Genesis heat set paints, Betty? That was the other thing I was talking to people about was I never knew it until I looked on the pages and saw, but McPherson's Crafts and McPherson's Crafts and Trueborns and a lot of these other websites are now posting that if you put the babies in an oven to bake the paint in, that you are voiding any kind of warranty with that kit. So if you bake it and it bubbles or it burns or anything like that happens, there's nothing you can do about it. Basically, the money is coming out of your pocket to replace the kit that your customer paid for. So the heat set paints are not good all in all. And if you have asthma, Betty, you know that's not good because the vinyl gives off fumes too. So my husband has some breathing issues, and I couldn't do it. I bought the oven. It's sitting in my kitchen. So we decided we're just going to use it for food, which we haven't done, and it's been sitting in there for over a year. But no, the air dry paints work just as well, and as long as you seal properly, it'll stay. And what I use to seal mine, it's backwards, but you need to use an ultra clear, or an ultra matte. That's what I use. It's a polyurethane sealer, and it will keep your paint from coming off. Genesis heat set paint is no more permanent than doing what I do. I don't care what anybody says. I know. So, if you can't be around the fumes, then trying air dry paints would be good, especially if you know how to mix your own colors. You might like it better. Plus, you're not using paint thinners. You're using distilled water to thin your paints out. And you can also mix your colors and keep them as long as they're in an airtight container. But yeah, you do have to be careful. Definitely be careful. Anyone have any questions before I call this quits? I'm just looking at the time, and I'm going to have to be getting off of here in a few minutes. But yeah, give it a try. I mean, before you can't just put the air dry paints on the kit. You need to get yourself a medium. Glass and tile medium is what I actually started using. But then I was introduced to another one. Hi, Amy. Okay, I'm going to show you the stuff I use. And actually, I like it better than the glass and tile. If you can wait 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry. I wanted to show you some information. Okay. Now, this stuff I got at, I actually looked up on McPherson's or Bountiful. Maybe Bountiful, because they sell air dry paints, but you don't need to use Bountiful Baby air dry paints. You can use air dry paints that you buy at Walmart. They're just as good. You just have to make sure that you put this on first. This is called Golden Soft Gel Matte. And it's actually a soft body matte acrylic medium. This, and of course it's backwards. Why wouldn't it be? This is what I put on first. I water it down a little bit. You can add water to this because I'll show you why. It's like paste. It's really thick. So you water it down. You put it on the kit, let it dry, and let it sit. Hi, Athena. This is a must. And then the medium also gets mixed in with the acrylic paint. You're going to take your paint, you're going to thin it down to the consistency, that milky consistency. Put a little bit of this in, just a little, not much. And then you go and paint the kit. After you're finished with all of your layers and you're ready to seal the kit, then you're going to use an ultra matte sealer, which I don't think there's any particular brand that you need to use as long as it's a matte sealer. Oh, this. I got this at Michael's. Michael's seems to be the go-to for stuff like this. Look for their coupon to get a percentage off, and that's what I did. That's how I got this. Joann Fabrics, I went looking for stuff there, and they didn't really have anything that I wanted, so I went to Michael's, and that was where I got this. The matte sealer, that's the other thing I got at Michael's. And then there is a gloss that's just like this, but it's a gloss varnish. That's what you're gonna use for the lips, inside the nails. I'm tired. Inside the ears and your nail tip, your nails. You're gonna do with the gloss. And then what else did I want to show you? Okay, the magnet inside of the head. This is your go-to E6000. This is what you're going to use to put the magnet on the pacifier and inside of the head. If anybody wants to see me do this, please let me know. I can do a video or a live on just doing this so that you will know how to do it. Yes, there is a right way and a wrong way. You have to make sure that when you put the magnet in the head, that either the head is sitting face down, or you have to put a bigger magnet in the front on the mouth to hold the magnet in place, or else it will slide. When you're doing your pacifiers, also, you want to make sure that the pacifier is sitting so that the magnet is sitting flat. If not, it will slide and it will not stay. Do not put the pacifier on the baby's mouth for 24 hours. It needs to sit, or else you will have glue on your dolls, so don't do that. If you root your dolls, or actually even for lashes, this right here, Mod Podge, is what I used inside of the head to seal, to hold the lashes. And if you're going to root the inside of the head also, you're going to need one of these. Just a regular artist's fan brush, and you're going to dip it into the Mod Podge and then put it inside the head and put a lot. Actually, you want to make sure that you can see the glue on the inside of the head so that when it dries, it holds it in place. And if you do this properly, it won't pull out. I mean, you have the doll for years, eventually years down the road. Hi, Jeanette. You will notice that hair will start falling out. It happens to all the reborn dolls. Just make sure that when you are brushing hair that you are being very gentle. Use a baby brush. That's usually what people will tell you, is to use a baby brush. So, and also the big thing is, again, when you mix your paints, use distilled water. You have to use distilled water. Little over $1, Walmart. So, what you choose to use for weighting your doll depends on your preference. Don't use sand. I mean like beach sand, because that's like a big moisture attractor, and then you're going to end up with problems. Don't use rice. Please don't use rice. I saw a video with a woman who opened up her doll and someone had filled it with rice. That is not good. That's bugs all over the place. If you go to Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give you another little secret. Dollar Tree sells made in China fake sand. It's actually made out of plastic. If you look at it, it's little tiny plastic flakes. It works very well for putting inside of the stocking. It doesn't come through. It's just thick enough that it doesn't come through. But it works very well for using inside of the limbs. I don't like using glass beads. It can cause problems if you inhale it. It can cause all kinds of issues if it gets in your eyes. You're technically supposed to wear a mask over your face when you're working with it, then goggles, and it's just too much of a pain. It's too much of a hassle. So I found out about this other stuff. I'll show you. It looks like sand, but it's not. It is fake. It's plastic, but it's white. And you can see when you look at it, it's very shiny. And if you look at the little granules on your fingers, you can see that it's not real sand. It's fake. So that's what I use instead of glass, those little tiny glass beads. Now for weighting inside of the body, you can either put this inside of stocking and just make sure you double it up so that it doesn't leak through, or you can use, many people use like the aquarium gravel. You can use anything. It all depends on what you want to use. Aquarium gravel is really good for weighting because it's heavy. Inside of the head, I don't know if you can see this. You know those little round glass beads? These little things? These are really, really good for actually using inside the head. I wouldn't use these in the body because they're too bulky, but you can use these in the head. As long as you're not using anything that absorbs moisture or attracts bugs, you're good. Any other questions? I got about 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and then I'm going to call this quits for the night. Because my other video that I did on the other page was almost an hour long, and this one has probably been about the same. So if there's anything else that anybody wants to know, please ask. And remember, go to my other page, Debbie's Dreamy Dolls, like and follow. And I do have a YouTube page, YouTube channel as well. Debbie B and Debbie's Dreamy Dolls. Just look it up and like and subscribe to that too, and you'll see me do lots of videos on there. So who's still out here? Let me know. Say hello. Let me know so I can properly say goodbye. I see 2 people are watching. Who is it? Hello, hello. Nobody's going to answer? All right. Eileen, you're number 1. Who's the other one? Someone else is here. I don't know who it is, because whoever it is not saying hello. All right. Eileen, I'll catch up with you soon. I talk to you all the time. My aunt, if she's out here, I'll talk to you soon. I'll let you know when I get my passport card and everything. So I know, I have to let you know the dates and everything. Okay. But anyways, I need to go because I have to figure out what I'm doing for dinner, and then I have things I gotta do, and I have to go to bed early tonight and get up early tomorrow. So sorry. So You guys all have a great night, and I look forward to doing this again, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.